She went back to being the boss, John Krasinski said when discussing how he and Emily Blunt maintained their marriage during filming their $274 million movie. John Krasinski was experiencing a variety of emotions. In an interview, Krasinski, who in 2018 directed, co-wrote, and starred in the horror picture A Quiet Place, described how he and Emily Blunt treated the making of their first film like a marriage and kept it brutally honest. Just before the film's premiere, he made introductions while smiling with pride. Soon after, he broke down in tears when he introduced his co-stars at the AMC Lincoln Square Theater in New York City in 2018. Deaf actress Millicent Simmons, Noah Jupe, and Emily Blunt, who is also Krasinski's wife. In an interview with Vanity Fair in 2018, he stated, "This is actually happening. I've just passed out. How wonderful. I have no idea what I'm about to say in front of a big crowd that included Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Theroux, Stanley Tucci, and Rob Marshall, who had previously directed Emily Blunt in Mary Poppins Returns. I can't tell you how significant I find this movie. The fact that fear is being voiced is wonderful. But in my opinion, it's all about the family and serves as a metaphor for what it means to be a parent, and the lengths you'll go to for your kids' safety." On the red carpet, he spoke to Vanity Fair about the benefits of working with his wife. "The network of assistants is the main advantage. While I sobbed every day, she would stick around for the scene she wasn't in. Regarding the filming script and color performances, she would have great suggestions and remarks. Simply said, she is the most uplifting person to be around." Blunt initially had no intentions of appearing in the film. Despite the fact that she enjoyed the story, she was a little apprehensive about filming a movie with her husband of 8 years. "The moment we started, it was terrifying," Emily Blunt said during the premiere. "You can never predict what will happen or how your two processes will interact. Some people predicted that you would get divorced at the end of it. But it didn't take us long to understand how well we get along. Beyond simply being married, we also developed fresh insights into one another. We never actually spoke to each other every day for work. Working together and returning home together are quite different experiences. We were actually in the middle of it together, and that has made our connection stronger." He is a fantastic director who is also impetuous, immensely collaborative, and self-assured. Krasinski claims he and Blunt had lengthy dinner conversations before the 36-day fall filming of the movie, during which they discussed every shot. To maintain a positive and respectful working relationship on set, the two decided to be open and honest with each other about their own working styles. He stated, "Let's just talk about anything I proposed as the key to, and let's be as honest with the movie as we are with our marriage. If there are any concerns you have or anything you would like to modify, let's talk now rather than waiting until we are on location." We just talked through the intensity and what it would be like, because she wanted to do one thing, and I wanted her to do another. She is the very finest. The most terrifying scene in the film was Blunt's character sitting in a bathtub just before giving birth, so Krasinski didn't need to react. "She must be quiet despite the excruciating childbirth pains, or else she'll be killed by the monster that appears in the hallway outside the bathroom." The only one of the two of us who has actually experienced the scene is Emily Blunt, according to her husband, who was speaking about it. He smiled and said, "My answer was to let her do it. You don't need any direction." Krasinski has no plans to stay in command, despite having gained experience doing so. "She's always in charge, and I knew that," he continued. "The guidebook lists her as the boss. Fortunately, she gave me control before taking it back after we went home." The movie A Quiet Place, which hit theaters on April 6, 2018, was about a couple and their young children trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world full of mystery creatures that hunt by sound, where the slightest noise causes the monsters to viciously attack. Only about 90 words of spoken conversation, the majority of which were muttered, were present in the film because the daughter was deaf. This increased the tension in the already terrible story. The Haulers, a 2016 indie comedy, and Brief Interviews with Hideous Men, a 2009 drama, are Krasinski's third features as a director. Critics have unanimously praised his third features, A Quiet Place, Krasinski's first studio movie, and also his first collaboration with Emily Blunt, his wife. Emily Blunt was most recently spotted in the critically acclaimed film Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. The Quiet Place sequels, which are John Krasinski's forthcoming works and are scheduled for release in 2019, are now in production.